2-2, 2 runners on, 2 outs. That one hit the other way. It's going to stay fair off the bat of Willis. Maselli's going to round third. He's going to score. Here comes Toomey. He's also going to score. Willis chugging for third, and C.J. Willis has himself the cycle. It's a 2-run triple for the outfielder from Quinnipiac, and Sanford leads 7-2. Bay doesn't go, and this one's drilled deep left center field. Peterson back. He's not going to be able to get there. The ball to the wall. Willis is going to score. Here comes Bade. It's a 2-run double for Ray Velasquez. And the Mainers have a 3-0 lead here in the third. Because Jared Davis is up to the plate, and he lines this one into right center field. Schaff scores. Here comes Velasquez around third. He will score. Colvin into third base. It's a 2-run single for Jared Davis, and the Sanford Mainers are on top. It's 3-2. 8 off third. Willis off of first after tying up the game. 1-2, hit into center field. Jakonski retreating. He can't get there and start the birthday bash because Colin Barcy just walked it off on his birthday. A 3-run comeback in the bottom of the 9th inning, and Sanford continues to be the kryptonite of the Keene Swamp Bats. They have done it again. Colin Barcy, the hero tonight. 3 grand slams in this matchup between these two sides. Make it 4. Colin Barcy gets all of that one to dead center field. The first grand slam for the Mainers against the Swamp Bats this season, and they lead it 6-0. 386-97 off the bat, and Barcy continues to rake. Connor Ball did walk Austin Hawk last inning, but stranded him at second base after a stolen base. So now it's Jones, Reese, and Jakonski. That is 8, 9, and 1 due up in the third inning against Connor Ball. First pitch swinging. Bouncer to Bade. Strong throw across. 1 pitch, 1 out to begin the third.
That is not what you need to do. You cannot do that. And I mean, I understand J.D. Jones wants to attack early. He thinks Connor Ball, who just sat in the dugout for a prolonged period of time, is going to throw a gift just to get up in the count and get comfortable. But just so in front of it and didn't get any piece of it. I mean, that was an easy play for Devin Bade.
Brings up Ripken Reese. You talk about it. If you're Keene, you want to work Connor Ball here. On the flip side of things, if you're Connor Ball, you want to get your bats right back up to bat.
Yeah, and I mean, you got a guy now up in Ripken Reese who, simply put, has been swinging seemingly a bat with a hole in it as of late. 130 his last 10 games. Did have a monstrous home run in the last 10 games to give Keene the eventual win to clinch the playoffs versus the Nighthawks. But it's a guy that started the season at one level, has kind of gone down to the other, but he's a streaky hitter if Keene can get him moving.
Well, he streaks this one into left field. Spur on the run. It's going to one-hop off the wall. Strong throw in from Spur, but it's going to be a double for Ripken Reese. The first hit for the Swamp Bats, and that's just what they needed, getting a runner in scoring position early in the inning.
There you go. I mean, Ripken Reese is a streaky hitter. When he hits in bunches, and he goes on 2 to 3 game hitting streaks where he's going to have 5 or 6 hits in that span, and that's exactly what you need him to do to wake up. We talked about the struggles the last 10. Well, you can throw the season out the window, obviously, and there you go. That's a big one for Reese, a guy who just hits the ball scorching. 105 off the bat. I mean, that ball was pieced in 347. It's enough to carry the head of Spur and left.
Got a low off-speed pitch and managed those stats off of it. First pitch ball this time to Joe Jakonski. Jakonski struck out swinging on 3 pitches to begin this game. Back in the first.
You got to put stress on Ball. You got stress on Ball now. But the stress means nothing if you can't follow through.
Count to 2-0. Talked about what Jakonski has done this season against Sanford specifically. 5 for 16, 2 long balls, 6 driven in. Looking to make it 7. 2-0 fastball clips the outer third.
I like what Ball's doing in this at-bat. You got the lefty-lefty, and you got a guy in Jakonski who doesn't hit lefties that locate on the outside of the plate well. He's just been going outside fastball. The first 2 didn't locate, but that was perfect.
This one more so over the heart of the plate, but the change of velocity at 86 gets fouled back into the netting, and the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I think Jakonski kind of just had no idea that pitch was going to happen because it's not something you're thinking about coming from an arm like Ball that's just been going all the way into the other batter's box. You're not thinking of one on the tee.
Runner takes off. Ball inside. tag. He's caught stealing. Colin Barcy with a dot down to third base. Bade no problem on the tag. And Ripken Reese tried to get aggressive, doesn't pay off.
That is a perfect pitch, though, if your ball. I mean, you don't do it intentionally, obviously. The breaking ball that hung a little bit towards the belt on the inside, but the perfect pitch for Barcy to have a chance.
Now the payoff. Strike 3 called. Connor Ball, untraditional, but it's 3 up, 3 down. Inside Black, Jakonski is not happy, and he is letting Dan Boomhauer know it. We head on to the bottom of the third. It's 2-0 Mainers on the VIP Tires and Services Network of the Mainers. A Sanford team that in their 6-game winning streak is hitting .313 with a .413 on-base percentage. Strikeout number has been cut down to 14.5% of plate appearances, 5.4 stolen bases per game. When they get on, they're going to run. Caleb Spur, the first up, one of 5 Mainers on hitting streaks of 4 or more games, takes a first pitch letter high. Spur on a 7-game hitting streak in which he's 8 for 24. In that stretch, 12 for 12 when stealing bases. He hits this one into left center field. Davis on his horse. He can't get there as this one's going to bounce its way to the wall. Spur rounds second. He's hustling for third. Here comes the relay. Lopez's throw is not in time. It's a triple to lead off the game for Caleb Spur. And Sanford's offense is right back in business, picking up where they left off a night ago.
Slider just hangs over the heart of the plate, and Spur did not miss it. Got on his horse, saddled it, and ran all the way to third base, 98 off the bat. And just like that, the hard work Danbury put in to get the 1-run lead, you've got to be careful now with the runner 90 feet away.
It's an 8-game hitting streak now for Caleb Spur. Took the second pitch he saw and deposited 361 feet towards the wall as Tucker lays off a first pitch slider inside. Tucker himself also on a hitting streak. 4 straight games with a hit, 4 straight games with multi-hit games. He's 8 for his last 19 as he starts out 1-1 here. Really an emphasis on the off-speed stuff early from Wooten. Through just 2 batters, it's prevalent.
And he likes to do that because most of the time it doesn't allow batters to get on top of the baseball. Obviously, Spur would tell you the exact opposite. Took that one 98 off the bat, but doesn't take a genius to tell you that if it's slow on the way in, it's going to go faster on the way out. So he tries to get batters uncomfortable in the box, and good on Spur just to get on top of it early.
Tucker fouled off the next pitch. That 4 straight multi-hit games that I was talking about has boosted Tucker's numbers up to 262. 18 runs scored, 6 driven in. Looking for a 7th as he grounds this one to third. Persano looks back Spur. The throw across to Buchero is in time as they get out number 1 and more importantly, keep Spur planted 90 feet away.
Immediate impact of that off-speed pitch that you were just talking about. 53 off the bat, right to the third baseman, and most importantly, keeps the runner at third base and puts 1 out on the scoreboard.
I've mentioned hitting streaks for the first 2. Might as well continue it on to Bade on a 7-game hitting streak, but potentially more impressive. Hits in 15 of his last 17, batting .431 over that stretch as he takes ball 1 on a fastball. It's 28 for 65. 3 home runs, 19 runs batted in. That's over his last 17. Now over his last 12 games, he has 9 multi-hit games. As he hits this one the other way, that one's going to bloop foul as the count evens at 1-1. Over his last 12 games, 9 multi-hit games, 24 for 49. .490 batting average with 11 runs batted in his last 12. There's not many hitters better than Devin Bade in the NECBL right now. Lays off a fastball that's right down there for strike 2.
I think the number that also goes to show for it is in his last 4, he hasn't struck out once.
Wooten looking to change that. Won't be able to just yet as Bade spoils one to the netting. Devin Bade out of Binghamton University here in his 3rd summer with Sanford, coming off of his 2nd straight All-Star game. Fouls off a good-looking off-speed pitch low, and he spoils yet another one.
Really good spoil as well, because that one for a second looked like it was going to squeak by him, but he just got enough of it. Fastball on the last one, that got fouled off. Off speed on this one, Be interested to see what the Warrior goes to here.
Goes fastball. It's dropped behind the plate from DiGiacomo. If he catches that one, there is certainly a chance that is strike 3 called.
Just got frozen on the upper fastball. Unfortunate on the drop.
Wooten's 2-2 is looping into right field. It's going to drop down. It's an RBI single for Devin Bade. And the Mainers have tied this one right back up. Bade's hitting streak to 8. And he scores. Spur, who just extended his hitting streak to 8 games with the triple, will lead things off.
Sanford team that's got a lot of offensive confidence right now, not only the winning streak, but also the game they were a part of last night, and it's really showcasing right now. A triple to start things off, really good spoils by Bade in that at-bat, and he pays it off with the RBI single to get this game all knotted up at 1.
Barcy lays off, first pitch off speed, too far inside from Wooten. Talk about last night. Sanford falls behind by 7 runs after the 4th inning. And the setup at Ocean State is generous for broadcasters because you hear everything field level. And there was no negative attitudes from Sanford as this one finds the strike zone. You could hear, come on, boys, let's just get some runs. Let's just score some runs. It's not that hard. Let's get back on the board. Nick Lops after the game tells me there was no head hanging. The attitude was positive, just as I had inferred from my observations. And Sanford came back to win it 19-14. Barcy takes this one outer third, and it's in there for strike 2. Barcy, another hot hitter. 7-game hitting streak, 14 for 24 in that stretch, 8 runs batted in. Hadn't played over the 5-game winning streak for Sanford, and then played last night as the Mainers extended it to 6, and he swings and misses. Wooten bounces back with his first strikeout.
That is just vintage Matthew Wooten right there. 83 fastball. Again, the numbers on the fastball don't jump off the page for you, but what they do is complement that curveball to perfection. 83 right down the heart of the zone to a 71 dropper that just falls off the table. Really good combination from the man out of Eastern Connecticut State.
Passes the torch to Ray Velasquez to keep the inning going. First pitch is well outside. For Velasquez, has boosted his average back to 264 because of a 3-game stretch that he's 7 for 13 in. Had a home run last night, a home run that would have left many parks. Can't say that about all 8 home runs hit last night, but you can certainly say it about Velasquez's. His 5th home run tied Devin Bade for the team lead after Bade took the team lead earlier in the game. Both of them at 5, and Bade off of first for Velasquez right now. Bade taking off for second. Here's the throw from DiGiacomo. Tag not in time. First stolen base to the afternoon for Sanford. This is a team that is going to force you to throw and throw a lot.
Doesn't get the out there, but that was a 71-mile-an-hour breaking ball, and it was close. So you got to tip your cap to DiGiacomo. We'll be talking about it all night long. These Moose can run rampant on you if you're not careful. We'll see how that plays out throughout this one.
Bade's 8th stolen base puts him in scoring position for Velasquez, who's now in a 2-2 count after that fastball gets enough of the outer third. Wooten looking to get out of this inning and strand a runner in scoring position for Sanford. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Make it 3-2. Velasquez talked about the home run last night. That was just one of his 3 hits, also a sacrifice fly as he drove in 4. Payoff pitch is ripped, but it goes well foul. He saw all of that fastball coming in low, but well to in front of it was the big righty hitter.
And that time we talked about the velocity of Wooten not jumping off the page. It kind of helped him there because if it was a little bit faster, it might have cleared the center field wall here at Goodall.
See what Wooten decides to go to this time on the next payoff pitch. It's a fastball and it's strike 3 called, outer third. Back-to-back strikeout, Strand Bade at second base. We're through 1. The Mainers tied up. It's 1-1 here at Goodall Park.
We're getting kind of used to this. Second time I've been able to interview postgame on ESPN+. Your grand slam serves as the go-ahead hit in this game that propels Sanford on to the second round. You attacked the first pitch of that at-bat. What were you expecting there, and did you get what you were expecting, or you just adjust to what came?
No, I got what I was expecting. C.J. Willis hitting ahead of me, worked a great at-bat, and after the walk came, I just was waiting on the fastball. I knew it was coming, and so I took advantage.
You're now on a 16-game on-base streak, heading back to the regular season. What's been going right at the plate for you?
Hitting is just contagious. When the team's going, it just motivates me to get on base, see better pitches. So like when everyone else is getting on, I'm seeing the ball better, and they're just helping me.
You caught Tommy Ellison, Kai Lexus, and Bo Braley today. You called a great game behind the plate. What was the plan of the attack for the pitching staff today?
I mean, just to come right at them. We didn't want to walk guys. We wanted to, if they're going to swing, let them put it in play, let our defense work, and Tommy Ellison was just blowing the ball by everyone, so that definitely worked for us.
Move on to a dance with the North Division's Vermont Mountaineers tomorrow starting in Montpelier. What is the vibe of the guys right now?
I mean, everyone, it's electric in the dugout. Everyone's going. Everyone's just happy to be still playing, so we're just going to keep it up.
Got one final question. 9 innings behind the plate, big grand slam, another hit thrown in there. How'd you do it tonight?
I mean, you got to stay hydrated. Kept my energy up with a launch hydrate, so.
Well, Colin, thank you for joining me. The Sanford Mainers move on to play the Vermont Mountaineers tomorrow in round 2 of the NECBL postseason. That game will be right here on ESPN+.